Hello everybody, today I'm going to do a short comparison, or I shouldn't say short, no idea how long this is going to go on, comparison between a Spider holster, right here is the Spider holster, with the plate here. It's a holster for a DSLR camera, or any camera you want actually, and I'm doing a comparison between that and this right here, which is a cotton carrier made by a company called, well, cotton carrier, and they're both holster systems for SLR cameras or DSLR cameras or whatnot. One goes in this way, it's got a plate right here like this, and only goes in one direction, or technically two, goes in at this angle, and then once you turn it, it doesn't come out. So this is how this one works. And this one here, as you saw earlier, it comes with this metal plate right here versus plastic, and this metal plate right here with a pin. And the pin just goes into this little slot, it holds it, and the camera swings down. There is a lock here, it does lock into place, so it does not come out. So this is the two systems I have. The Spider holster came with this belt right here, which has a thing, basically the same as the cotton carrier over here, as you can see. And material wise, cotton carrier is definitely 100% better. This is ballistic nylon, I believe, and not quite sure what this is, but this is a lot softer, flimsy, and this one here is a solid. The belt buckle that came with the Spider holster here is a 3-point release, so it's a little bit different from what they show on the website, but there is a third release right here. So you push these two, and you have to push on that one to release it. So there's no way, it's just going to come up by itself. So it's fully adjustable. This entire thing is a Velcro, so it's adjustable. The mount that is on my belt here actually comes out, and you pin it, or you clip it onto here, and there's two little holes here where you screw it in, a little rubber band here that holds it in, so it doesn't come, the plate itself doesn't come off of this thing. But I find this thing useless because I hate these belts. Personal preference, I guess. The reason I went and got this Spider holster here is because when I placed it on my belt, it's not really in the way, it's kind of hidden, and I can actually sit and move around with it without problem. Versus the cotton carrier over here, this is just a SLR I had from when I was a kid, but this here, however, when you try to sit down, let's just say, I'm sideways here, try to sit down, it starts sticking out. So if I'm trying to get in my car, this always get in the way, and I should lose some weight because this is actually cutting into my waist here. But it's not the most comfortable thing. If you're walking around, this is great. It holds the camera quick. This thing doesn't have a locking mechanism, but once it's pointing down, which is its natural position, there's no way this is gonna come loose. Versus this one right here, if you're not careful, it could pop out. Not that it will pop out, but you have to make sure you lock it. There's a little locking mechanism here, and once you do that, it does not move, and you have to pull that little pin before you come up. So in some ways, this one is a little bit more of a two-hand operation, and this is, unless you release the lock, and this one is really one-hand operation. You pull it up. It's not too big of an issue because when you're taking a picture, you really should be using two hands anyways. So that's, sometimes I do have an issue from this end, but usually it fits perfectly. Right now I'm holding two cameras. Eventually, when I get a second body, so I could have two lenses at once, I will use both of these at the same time. Let me show what's on my camera here. This is a small Alpha h100 with a vertical grip and a small flash. If this was a usual regular flash that most photographers use, it will go up about, I don't know, maybe this high if you were to have it bouncing off, or when you fold it down, it should be about this high. Okay, the problem with the cotton carrier is that if you did have this setup and you have it on here, it will come out this much. That's pretty wide, sorry about the camera, but it'll come up pretty wide out here, and that is ridiculous. So this is one bad thing about the cotton carrier. Small setup, cotton carrier, perfectly fine. Cotton carrier does have a vest. I'm pretty sure you already know if you're looking at this video, but they have a vest that goes on their chest, and cotton carrier could survive, I think, a lot more, I don't know, it's more durable, like the way it's made and everything. If you have this on your chest, definitely if you want to go biking or hiking or or skiing or whatever, this con carrier is what I would recommend. In terms of a spider holster here, I'm just a casual, I guess a shutterbug. I just go out and take pictures of things, you know, car shows or whatnot, and scenery and landscape. That's, you know, primarily what I take pictures of. And you know, this one here is perfectly fine for me just walking around and shooting a few things. But if you're a professional photographer, I would recommend you know, having a con carrier. Well, unless you have a flash and all that. As you can see, the flash, when it's right here, and if you need to bend over and take, you know, shots from below, it doesn't really, it gives you plenty of room if you're tall. I'm about 6 feet tall, and you know, it gives you plenty of room to kneel down. If you did it with this thing and you had a long lens, you know, you might bang your lens on the floor or whatnot. So that's one thing you have to worry about. Con carrier also, if your lens have any sort of creeping, you have it here, it would start slowly going down because of its own weight. Versus this one, my lens here has lens creep. It creeps pretty badly. Actually, it's a Sigma, and you know, I don't have to worry about that because if it's sideways, the weight itself wouldn't be pushing it down. So it's actually not too bad on this. I mean, this is how you hold everything. If I have to choose for me, definitely I would go with my Spider. Professionals, you're gonna have to, I guess, have a feel for it. They're both good. This is, like I said, ballistic nylon. It's a Velcro. You could use a think tank belt or whatever belt you want to use. Doesn't have to be here. That should make it more comfortable. I mean, I don't understand why they need to make all this right here. I guess like protect your lens or camera from moving or whatever. But you know, it's okay. I mean, oh, one more thing. Your camera really never touches anything except for itself and the plate right here. Whereas this thing, my camera is actually rubbing up against my pants, so I have to make sure I don't wear any like keys or anything right here. So let me go ahead and just take this thing off with me right now. All right, so there you go. So if I am on about, they're both pretty well hidden under my clothes. It's not too bad. Only problem with this, like I said, sitting, sticks out, gets in the way. It's really hard. What else was there? I think that's really it. This is made of really high quality metal. I'm not quite sure what kind of steel, aluminum, I don't know. But it feels really smooth, really good, sturdy on your belt. This right here is just Velcro. Oh, this is one thing I had to say. With the Spider holster, I can actually use my pocket. I can put my phone, my keys in my pocket. You have to worry about not sticking your keys out so it scratches your camera, but I can actually use this pocket. When I have the con carrier, this pocket that it's covering, really hard to get into. I mean, like really hard. The angle of it getting in, it's hard because this thing is so stiff, and you know, I can't lift this thing off. So there you go. Oh, I have this here. This is it's a product called Rivet. Years ago, I used this on my cell phone, and it's the reason I'm showing it. It's like I'm not quite sure if Spider holster took the idea from something like this. I don't know if they have a patent issue here, but it's basically the same thing, same idea. It's got a area here where this little pin here. Not sure if the focusing works. Okay, so this thing goes on a cell phone or whatnot. There's other adapters for this, but it goes into this thing right here, and then it locks in place. So it's kind of the same idea, except this is for light cell phones and whatnot. I haven't used this in years because I don't know what to do with it anymore. Because the iPhone, I really don't want to have the screen hanging there. But it has a little release button and this thing just drops out. But yeah, it looks exactly the same as this thing. Pretty cool, I guess. Not quite sure what to do with it. But anyways, thanks for watching. This took a little longer than I expected. But thanks for watching.